I don't know how to.
Good stuff. So I'll go around. Hello, welcome, Autumn.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us on this call. I can't tell you how excited me especially, and we all are, to
Well,
have you on
thank
the
you guys
show.
for having me. I'm excited to be on with you.
Oh my goodness. Like we've got teams, we've got Team Livewright here, we've got a lot of other teams as well. We've got your UK team who is joining you on the ATD Obsession as well. We've got Caroline's there. You can give her a wave, Caroline. And
Fantastic.
yeah,
Hello.
here. So we're just really excited to really hear from you and to just to give you just to give us your view on how your programs are going to have an effect on the UK and what sort of things can we expect.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm so excited for the launch and for you guys to finally have the opportunity to be coaches. I know you guys have had Beachbody on Demand for a while, but I think this is just such a cool, unique opportunity.
Have you done this flying carpet?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm busy
No,
going
that's
around.
okay. It's just such a cool, unique opportunity to finally have coaches available in the UK. Obviously, we haven't done, and people have been begging for time. So that's super cool. And you know, the great thing is that you guys have had Beachbody on Demand for a while. So hopefully, a lot of the people who decide to be coaches have already been sort of clients and using the programs and really know what they're all about. And I was actually talking with Carl and a few of the other people like Michael Neiman and all of them a few days ago about the beauty of this, that although people in the UK know about Beachbody and Beachbody on Demand and our programs, I don't really think we've tapped into that market yet because we don't have coaches there, right? We don't have people there yet to support and be like, yeah, like let's do this the way we do here in the US and in Canada. And now we finally get to. And having that combined with something like 21 Day Fix or Country Heat and then 21 Day Fix Extreme is just so powerful, right? It's not just here in the US or in Canada that the obesity epidemic is happening. It's everywhere, unfortunately. And people really need support. You know, I could put out all the amazing programs in the world that work, but you guys as coaches are on the front line really helping people and motivating them and showing them the way. And that's really that's a big part of the struggle. There's no shortage of fitness videos or gyms or workout classes, right? So it's like, well, what's the difference then? What does Beachbody have that all these other people don't have? And it's you guys. It's the coaches. That's what we have. You know, you're the new team. Like you guys are the new coaches coming into us that get to help us continue to do what our mission is, which is to help people lead healthy, fulfilling lives. And that I really do believe is what makes the difference between somebody being successful and somebody giving up on yet another option, another program, and thinking like it doesn't work or there's something wrong with me. And that's not what it is. It's just we know for a fact that motivational support and peer support and having a team and somebody to lean on when things get hard is really what will make the difference between if somebody sticks with something or not. So that's huge. I guess what I would love to do, Diana, if you're up for it, is, I mean, I'm happy I can ramble on and talk to you about all of my programs and that sort of thing. But what I would love to do, if you're okay with it, is really help you guys in any way that I can understand how to be the best coach, how to use my programs and even the other trainers' programs. We're all a team. We're all a family. Like, it's not just like, oh, only use mine or only use theirs. In any way that I can, like, I would love to answer questions if you have them. Like I said, I'm happy to talk if you want me to just talk about my programs, but if you want me to answer questions, if other people on the call have questions about being a coach or what's the best way to introduce a program or why introduce them to 21 Day Fix over something else, any and all of those things, like, let's do questions if you guys are up for it.
So if you guys, I know there's a couple of questions being put in the group, so we'll get them together. But I think certainly one of the big questions that was asked to begin with, Autumn, was, you know, if we're going to start off with our very first group, there's a lot of people looking to do 21 Day Fix. Why do you think that would be a good one for them to start with? And obviously it's your program, and we obviously love it, and it's got a great name here already. But what would your what would your reasons be that it would be a good one for people to start with?
Yeah, so here's the thing. 21 Day Fix is, it really is, I feel like, the gateway in for everybody. And I don't say that just because it's my program. I'm blessed that it's my program and that I was able to work with Beachbody to put it out there for you guys. But it really is a gateway into fitness and nutrition. And you have to have both. You have to have fitness and you have to have nutrition in order to see results. It's great in so many ways. 21 Day Fix, let's talk about the workouts first, right? They are only 30 minutes. So for somebody who's new to exercise, that's not as intimidating. They're not going, oh my God, I have to be able to hold up for an hour. I have to have the stamina for an hour. They're like, okay, I can wrap my brain around 30 minutes a day. There's a modifier in there. We have Kat, the modifier, in there. That's somebody who's very relatable for people, where they look at it and go, okay, I can follow her. I can see that there's a different way, or a little bit easier way for me to step into this program. So having that modifier is really important. The fact that I introduce several concepts in the program in terms of exercise. So it's learning how to use weights, and use weights with proper form, but it also has the cardio component to it. It also has, 1 day of Pilates and 1 day of yoga, so that you see that those active recovery days are also very important to your body. It's really nice, easy baby steps in, and it's only a 21-day program. And the way it's designed is to see results in 21 days, so that those people who might have failed at other programs and been like, I didn't stick with it for 90 days, or that felt too long, or it felt too hard, can look at it and, 6 and 7 days in and being done with the first week, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm already a third of the way done. I only have to do this for 2 more weeks. And it gives them a really great feeling of accomplishment. Like, yes, I did it. Now I can do another one because I was able to accomplish this one. And that feeling of accomplishment is huge to keeping your customers locked in and feeling good and willing to try whatever you suggest next. If you take somebody who's never worked out before and hit them with Insanity, not that Insanity is not a phenomenal program, but that thing is hard. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. Some people might, but not everybody will. And you could scare them away if you introduce them to something too hard at first. Then comes the nutrition, and nutrition is really, really a big deal. And people have a really hard time wrapping their brain around nutrition. And there are so many different nutritional theories out there. I just finished a year-long course that had over 100 different nutritional theories that we're learning. And that is the beauty, that we all have bio-individuality, meaning what works for one doesn't necessarily work for somebody else. But that being said, portion control works. Like, it doesn't matter if you're overeating on healthy food, whether it's vegan, vegetarian, paleo, whatever it might be, gluten-free. If you overeat, you've overeaten. And that's about, like, you still put too many calories into your body no matter what. So learning just what a proper portion size is huge for people. I'm sad to say I have yet to be to the UK. I've yet to visit you guys. But I will make my way there this year. But my point is that here in the US, I know everything is supersized and oversized and family sized. If you guys have quite the same issue that we do. But that's brutal. Like, when people start seeing the containers and they're like, at first they think they're going to starve. And then they start putting food in the containers and putting it on their plate. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's actually a lot of food. And oh my gosh, it's real food, and I'm full and I feel really good and I have a lot of energy, because you're fueling your body with awesome healthy food. And you're not being limited. You still get to have treats. You still get to have things like wine or chocolate. We have the Fix8 cooking show with all of the recipes. You guys are really lucky. We got 21 Day Fix out 4 years ago. We didn't have the cooking show. All we had was the food lists that were in the 21 Day Fix guide, and you kind of had to pick from the food list and maybe make up your own recipes. But now you guys have the option to use the cookbook Fix8 or use the cooking show Fix8. And I know Bobby and I are working on some recipes that are sort of geared towards you guys, and maybe foods that you guys eat that don't necessarily know about or have here. I know he was telling me a few different, he's like, oh, we should make this and this. And I was like, what is that? What is that? Ooh, I want to try that. So good thing that Bobby is more worldly than I am. But yes, so getting somebody involved with 21 Day Fix is just a great gateway in. Like I said, it's 30-minute workouts. There's no complicated choreography, like so super intense movement patterns or anything like that. Like everybody can figure out how to squat, how to curl, how to do a shoulder press. The modifier is there if they need to use it. That's huge. The nutrition is there. And getting somebody to follow that nutrition is so crucial to their success. And like I said, once they see it, they're like, oh, I'm going to stick with this. And I just can't emphasize enough how they will be thanking you guys. Yes, people thank me too. And Autumn, thank you for your programs. But they will be reaching out to their coach and saying, thank you. You helped me. You changed my life. You inspired me to stick with it. You were there for me when things got tough, or you explained it to me when I didn't understand what was going on. They're going to look to you guys. So you really need to make sure that you do have a good handle on all of the different programs that we offer. And I don't want that to come off in an overwhelming way, like, oh my God, I don't know all the programs or all the trainers yet, or that sort of thing. But having a good handle on like the top 5 or 10 programs that people have heard of, that they're going to be curious about, that they're going to want to reach out about, and knowing what would be good for your client, that is really key to being a good coach. So I think, like I said, that's the importance of sort of starting with 21 Day Fix as their way in and getting them going. And you guys get like a renaissance of 21 Day Fix. When 21 Day Fix launched here in the US, it blew numbers out of the water. Like none of us could have ever imagined what it was going to do. And even though you guys have access to it, like I said, you're going to reach thousands and hopefully hundreds of thousands of more people than we've reached in the UK already, because we don't have a strong presence there yet. And really, Sean T has the biggest presence out of all of us there right now. Most people know Sean. He's over there. He's come over and done his live things. So you guys have the ability to take 21 Day Fix and really show it to people and show them what it can do for them, so that you can continue to weave them through the other programs after that. Like, oh, great, you love 21 Day Fix. You completed it. You've done several rounds. How about we look at like Tony Horton's 22-minute hardcore, or Sean T, like max 30 or some, like that's how you progress them through. You get them in and get them a baseline of fitness, and then let them work up to the other stuff. Hit me with another question.
Yeah, let's get the questions. Well, do you know, Autumn, you did say this year. Now, I don't know if that was meant or not, but there's only a couple of months left of.
Well, I'm not scheduled yet that I know of. And I actually guess it would technically be 27. In my mind, the year blends together. I'm hoping sometime in January. That's what I'm hoping for, is that maybe around our Super Saturday like that I can get over to you guys and we can do an event. I don't have anything scheduled yet, but if you all push for it, I think it'll get me there faster.
Yeah, so we hands up if we're going to push for Autumn to come over. Come on, let's see. There you go.
Visit you guys.
We would love to have you over. Like, I'm not surprised that was one of the first questions that we had. Guys, if you can just make sure you've muted. There you go. So we've got some questions at the bottom there. Have you got a question there, Kevin?
Yeah, so I've got one here. We've had a few guys in the team that have just today sort of been sharing some insecurities. And what advice would you give to coaches that are starting to feel a bit nervous and sort of doubting themselves and their ability to help influence others?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually, you guys. And it's normal. It's normal to be nervous, to take on something new, to feel like you guys are the first ones on the front line. And even though you have your uplines over here, you're the first ones in the UK. Just take a deep breath. It's the same as any other first day of school, first day at any new job. It's always a little bit intimidating. You don't know what to expect. You're not exactly sure of the roles and responsibilities that are going to come with it. But if you just remember that you're here to help people, and when things get a little wonky or they get a little challenging, because they're going to, that's just part of life. I mean, we've all had other jobs, and there's days where the job is really hard, and there's days where the job is rewarding. And remember that's a part of this too. That if you can just remember on those hard days, you're just here to help people. So if you turn back to that, like, let me put my focus on really helping somebody. How can I help? How can I listen to what your goal is and help you achieve it? You don't have to know everything about food. You don't have to know everything about fitness. You don't have to have degrees in exercise science and all of that. That's what Beachbody does, right? That's what myself and the other trainers, that's what we're here for. So that when we give you guys the information, you have to be there to help and support and motivate people. And just, it's going to be a learning process. I don't think any business opens the first year expecting to be in the black, like expecting to be like, oh, we're going to open our doors and we're going to crush it on day one and we're never going to struggle. And you have to remember, you are a new business. That's what you are. You're the CEO. This is your new business. So don't expect that in month one, you should be making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That doesn't mean it won't happen. Some people will come out of the gate and they will crush it. And some people will come out of the gate and it'll be a slow build and it'll be hard at times. And that's normal too. So you got to stick with it long enough and remember, like I said, that you're here to help people. And if that's really what your passion is, the success and the money part will fall into place just because it will. Because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're helping people. And if you help somebody, then you're also making money. And it just, don't take it. It's serious, but don't make it more serious than it is, right? Like, so don't just put all this pressure. It's such a learning curve. I watch new coaches go through it all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, and I have to have social media and I have to know how to make all these different memes and motivational things and blah, 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 blah. And you overwhelm yourself with what you have to do. All you have to do is reach out and talk to people. Hey, you said you liked my post about, what workout program I was doing. I'm doing this program. You want to try it with me? Like, it doesn't have to be like some beautiful social media post. Like I said, like if you get wrapped up in that, it can get very overwhelming very quickly. Reach out and help and you'll get there.
Such good advice. Absolutely 100% agree with that as well. It's like, I think a lot of people do put the pressure on themselves. And I think that's part of the debilitating thing for people. But it's just like you say, help people, help them to help themselves. And the byproduct will be, the money coming in. It's like, don't think of it the other way around, because it'll never work like that. And I think that's such a good point to make. So thanks for that. We've got another question, obviously, about 80-day obsession, which personally I'm loving at the moment. So thank you so much. You kick my ass 5 days, 6 days a week. So good fun. It's so good. So Claire's asked, so basically you have kept people, how have you kept people motivated in 80-day obsession? Because obviously, like, we've sort of seen how you do it, and I'm not going to give any of your secrets away. And this is natural to me, as I've been doing Beachbody programs consistently all year. But what are your tips for us to help people stick with something that's so long? And it's so that they understand it's not a quick fix. That's a
right.
Question for you.
Here's the beauty of 80-day obsession. Yes, it's 80 days, right? And so when people hear that, and I think a lot of our coaches in our test group felt the exact same way when they were asked to be in the test group. Yes, at first that number is intimidating. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do this for 80 days. Oh my gosh, like how intense is the nutrition going to be? Can I do it for 80 days? Well, first of all, people, like, you're either going to work out or you're not. Like, you're either going to do something to better yourself fitness-wise or you're not, right? So if somebody wants to be healthy, you can't just work out for 3 weeks and be done, or 4 weeks and be done. You have to work out most days of the week for your life. Like, fitness is a journey. It's not a destination. I say that all the time. Like, just because one program ends doesn't mean you're done. If it was like money in the bank, you do it and then it just stays, I'd be out of a job. But it's not. We all know, like, how many people have ever gotten sick, right? And you miss 4 or 5 days of exercising and that first day back just feels awful. It's hard, right? Because it doesn't stick around for very long. So first of all, if you talk to people about that, like, guys, you're going to work out anyways, right? So, like, don't think about the long number. Don't think like 80 days. Like, You could just think about it as you're going to get up and do a workout every day. That's how I look at it. Like when Carl asked me, like, Autumn, do you really think you're going to be able to hold up for 80 days of filming? And I was like, we're filming in real time, right? Meaning we film for an hour. There's no like cut, do it again. And he's like, yeah, no, this is real, like real time. Cause this is the first time we've ever done this. I said, yeah, Carl, it's the same as every other day of my life. I get up and I work out for an hour. Like what's the big deal? Like that's what I do. I get up, I work out for an hour. I eat healthy because that's what I choose to do. Like the 80-day obsession uses the container system. There's timed nutrition, but don't be intimidated by that. It's really, I think it makes the nutrition even easier. I get asked all the time by people, well, what's best to eat before my workout? What's best to eat after my workout? When should I be done with my carbs for the day? In 80-day obsession, it's all right there. It's timed out for you. So it's not that it's harder. It's just more detailed for you to be more successful. With 80-day obsession, what I have found in terms of keeping the test group motivated, and this is what works for me, I'm right in it with them, you guys. I mean, this is the first time, if you ever do any of my other fitness programs, you'll see I don't really work out with my cast, right? I demo the move, I do 4 or 5 reps, and I walk around and I talk about their form and that sort of thing. 80-day obsession is the first time you will see me go rep for rep, weight for weight with my cast, and you will watch me struggle with them. And you'll hear me talk about like, this is my weaker side. This move is hard for me. Oh my gosh, I'm tired today. Like I'm in the struggle with them. And in being in the struggle with you guys, and it'll be the same as when anybody else does 80-day obsession, you're going to watch me go through it. You're going to watch the background cast go through it. I can then go into my test group and talk to them about the day. How did you guys feel today? What did you think of that? Where are we at with nutrition? Are you doing your self-care? And as sort of the leader, right, as you put your groups together, your challenge groups, you can't just put a group together and then walk away from them and leave them on their own. That's not what it's about. You are the person they are looking to for support and advice, especially to somebody who's never done this before, right? Like a new challenger. They're going to be scared like you guys are scared to be a new coach. They're going to be like, can I do this? Can I not do this? Should I do this? Maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to fail again. So they're going to be scared too. But if you just take them through and be like, look, we're all doing this together. I'm starting day 1 like you're starting day 1. We're going to talk about it every day. We're going to share what food we're eating so people have ideas. We have a Zoom call that happens, and the coaches started this on their own. They do a Zoom call at the exact same time as they're doing the live stream. So they're all like cheering each other on one computer while they're watching the live stream over here. It's great because they have support. That's the whole point. So I just find that the more I interact with people and I'm real, and I say, these are my struggles too. You guys, I'm not a robot. I'm not superhuman. I have days where I want to have wine. I'm a girl. I have PMS. I have days where I bloat and I get on set and I'm like, nothing looks good because I feel fat today. Like, we're human. It doesn't matter how good in shape you are or how much you've studied. We're all human. And if they see that human side of you, then they know it's safe for them to let the human side of them out as well, that they're not going to be perfect and that they're not expected to be perfect. So yes, it's an 80-day program, but they're not going to get bored either because it's literally a different workout every single day. You'll never watch me show up in the same outfit twice. I'm not cracking the same jokes twice. Like, you know, with 21 Day Fix and things like that, we record 6 workouts and you play them over and over and over again, no matter how many times you do the program. But cardio day in week 1 is not the same as cardio day in week 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 or 13. And that really keeps it fun and fresh because every day that they hit play, they have no idea what to expect. They've never seen that workout before. It's new every single day. And I really think that that is a fun component to it, that it's like, let's tune in. Let's see how the cast looks today. Let's see how the cast is feeling. Oh, they're super funny today. Oh, they're very serious. Like, they're tired. I can tell. Like, you know, like that's a really cool, unique component that we've never seen before. And so far it looks like it's going really well. So have fun with it.
It certainly is. I do find myself talking to you from my living room, which is a bit strange. And I go, oh, I really like you in Black Autumn. And like I have this strange conversation with you.
I love it.
It's great. It's like it's absolutely awesome. But it's good when it comes. It's gonna come with a bang. That's for sure. Because whenever I put anything up, there's always a stream of messages about when it's coming out and what's it like and what sort of things can we expect. And there is a lot of there's a lot of anticipation about it, and I can vouch for it. And I'm sure the girls that are in it in the
So let
team.
me say this really quick before you guys ask another question, because this is so important, right? Because this is going to be huge business-wise for you. People are super stoked for 80-day obsession, which is great. We're seeing a lot of hype. Like, I'm so excited about that. But they need a really solid baseline of fitness for this program. It is not a beginner program. It's definitely intermediate to advanced, okay? But this is awesome for all you new coaches because you have time. This does not come out until the second week of January, which means as people get excited and they're like, great, when's it coming out? You can be like, it comes out in January, but where are you at fitness wise? Like, how you doing? What have you been doing? Want to join my group? Because A Little Obsessed is actually filming live for the first time ever in Beachbody history, November 6th through the 10th. Like, that's a program to get you ready for 80-day obsession. It's to introduce you to the sliders. It's to introduce you to the resistance loops, to the types of workouts so that they're a little bit shorter. They're about 30 minutes instead of the 45 to an hour. But you can use that, right? The hype of 80-day obsession allows you to draw people in right now and say, let's do 21-day fix for a round or two. And then A Little Obsessed comes out November 6th through the 10th. And then it's going to go back down, right? Like, it's only up for the filming and it comes down and it doesn't go back up until December. But so when it comes down after the 10th of November, great, guys, let's do 21-day fix extreme or let's do chisel. Like, get them rotating through programs so that they have a baseline of fitness. Get them going on the container system so they have a really good handle on it and on meal prep and that sort of thing, so that when 80-day obsession hits, they're all ready for it. And you've got this big group that's like, yeah, let's do this. Like, let's go. If you wait and you don't prep them for it, they will find it to be probably too hard. But if you use the momentum that we're building and creating around it, it's phenomenal for your business. They're going to be looking to you guys going, what do I do to get ready? And you're going to take them step by step. Like, I have my group going on that we started about a month and a half ago. We started with 21-day fix. Then we went to chisel. We're in the middle of chisel right now. We'll go to 21-day fix extreme after that. Fix extreme will take us up to the filming of A Little Obsessed. And then I have to decide after A Little Obsessed what workout we're going to sort of circle back to, or I might do like my own little hodgepodge calendar of several of the programs. And then once we get to the December launch of A Little Obsessed, which is a 5-day workout, I might take them through like 3 weeks of that so that they're really ready for 80-day obsession when it launches in January.
That's such a good advice, Autumn. It's because you're absolutely right. It's like it's now's the time to get them moving and getting them to know what the container system is, because a lot of the guys here they've never used it, so it's almost like a practice run to get them to know it before we launch this in January. And obviously January in itself being such an amazing month to start fitness or continue on with fitness or new routines is going to be super cool. So we've got another couple of questions, if that's okay. I think.
Yeah. So clearly this one isn't for me or from me, but so what do you think your ultimate ab move is for mums?
Ultimate ab move for moms. Oh my goodness.
That could be a program in itself.
That really is a program in itself. You know what? Every version of plank there is, which you'll see in 80-day obsession, you'll learn every one there is. Plank moves are great. And I say that because no matter what your abs went through during pregnancy, plank is a good, safe move to go to. Some women end up with diastasis recti, which is the separation of their abdominal muscles, and doing crunches, depending on their separation, isn't always good or safe. But a plank usually is. Like, because when you're in a plank, you're drawing your belly button up and in, and you're not crunching and pushing out. So planks, because not only do they work your core, they work your entire body. You're engaging your shoulders, you're stabilizing through your back, you're engaging your core, you're drawing up and in through the pelvic floor. Like, that's just a really great, solid exercise to work the whole body and start to tone the abs back up. So that's my move for mums.
Perfect. Another one that we're sort of having was just a little bit more about sort of your backstory and sort of how do you stay motivated having been in the industry for so long, and sort of what was it that sort of brought you into Beachbody?
Yeah. I've always been super duper active. My dad used to joke with me that like I was a dancer. I don't know if not everybody knows that, but like I majored in dance in college. But when I was like a kid, I would like dance around the kitchen all day long. My dad always joked that I came out of the womb dancing. He was like, you just never would sit still from the minute you woke up to the minute you went to sleep. You just wouldn't stop. Like I enjoy being active. And obviously, I did go on to pick a very active major, even in college. I was a dance major. That's what I did. I never really wanted the 9-to-5 desk job. That's not really my personality. I love helping people. That feels amazing. So, coming from a dance background, after I left college with an injury. I had a bulging disc in my lower spine. I needed to switch careers. I couldn't keep dancing 7 and 8 hours a day. But I did, like I said, I didn't want to do the sit at the desk job. Like that just wasn't quite for me. So I did a lot of like soul searching of what am I going to do? And I landed with fitness and personal training. And I was like, I really like this. I had a solid understanding of the body and body mechanics already from majoring in dance in college. And it allowed me to teach people and help people while being very active myself. So for me, I know people sometimes joke with me that I'm a little bit of a freak of nature, that I like working out. Like I look forward to it. Some people despise it, hate it. It's the worst hour of their day. That's not me. I'm the exact opposite. Like if I don't get my workout in, I'm a super crabby, grouchy person. So just having that time for me and knowing in that 30 minutes or in that hour, that's for me. And that's a good thing. It makes me a better mom. It makes me a better business person because it puts me in a better mood and I'm taking care of myself and I'm healthy. That motivates me. It doesn't mean there's not days where I just don't want to do it. There's plenty of days where I wake up and I'm like, ugh, I'm not feeling it. But I know even in those moments and those days that once I get my workout in, I will feel better and I will be happy that I did it. And if I don't, I'll spend the day regretting it and I'll spend the day sort of beating myself up about the fact that I didn't do it. Like, you should have done it. You could have done it. You were just being crabby. Get over yourself. Like I'll do all of that just like everybody else. So that keeps me motivated. But my son keeps me motivated. He is super athletic. He's always got me on my toes. Mom, come play football with me. Mom, come play baseball. Come play basketball. Mom, let's go in the jungle gym. Like, he's really active, but also it's just, I know he's watching me and I know whatever I show him is the lifestyle that he's going to adapt. And whatever attitude I show him about health and fitness will be the attitude that he adapts about it. And I want him to look at it as like, it's a part of life. Like you get up and you brush your teeth, you get up and you work out. Like you don't not exercise, you don't not move your body. And it's not in a sort of over dramatic, negative way. I always talk about it very positive with him, but that motivates me. Getting to be a Beachbody trainer, that is huge. It was a dream come true the day I got that phone call that Beachbody even wanted a meeting with me. It was like, well, I'm not going to miss this opportunity. It's everything I've ever worked for. And just because I'm here doesn't mean I get lazy about it. It's like I've been blessed with the opportunity of a job that I can't even really call a job. So I will get up and I will work my butt off every day. And it's funny because sometimes I'll be in meetings with like Carl and the Beachbody attorney and things like that. And I'm very passionate about my job. And I'm like, no, we have to do this and it has to be better. And people have to follow. And they're like, okay, calm down. Like, they're like, it's not that serious. I'm like, it is that serious. We are helping people and it has to be right. But that's because I'm passionate about it. So I'm driven to make sure that not only I can help people, but I can help people in a really positive manner. And I think that is so beautiful and unique for myself as a trainer and you guys as coaches. There's, like I said, there's a lot of programs out there, but you guys, they're not always healthy. they're not always done with the proper science behind them, the proper nutrition. You know, if you look out there, there's a lot of people on social media these days that want to be fitness experts. And I'm not shaming them for that, but maybe they don't have the knowledge in the background and they're giving out information that isn't great. There's also a lot of companies out there that still are promoting quick fixes. If a quick fix worked, again, I'd be out of a job, and so would all of you. So, you know, you see these like weight loss teas or something, gummy bear supplement. I don't know. They're all these ridiculous things. And it's ridiculous. It's hard work, and consistency is all that works. You have to put the work in. You have to eat healthy more often than you don't eat healthy. You have to exercise and move your body more than you sit around on your butt. All of that stuff is motivation for me. The more I can teach people in a positive way and hopefully help turn the tables back to a healthier lifestyle and for another generation, yeah, I'll stay up late and I'll get up early to make sure that I can help do that, because I think it's important to our future, our kids, our planet. We have a long way to go. We've really spun the table in the wrong direction in our health and fitness, and we got to bring it back. So that motivates me.
Cool. So I think like you've touched on a few pieces there on it. So one of the other ones was just around, what would you say is, like, because obviously you've got quite a varied background there, sort of coming from dance and college and then having to work through an injury. So it's sort of two questions. One is, what would you say is your philosophy in terms of your training and what sort of grounds you when you do your programs? And then you've sort of touched on some things there about like quality and sort of that looking after people. What would you say then is your values around, so the sort of philosophy and values behind your programs?
Yeah. My philosophy is very easy, and it's sometimes it's so simple that I think people laugh at me like, oh, you just don't know. Fitness has to be fun. That's the bottom line. And that's really what I try to bring to the program, is to show people that even in the hard, it can be fun. With that being said, in the background, and this is sort of, I guess, where the values come in, is I am a stickler for form. That partially comes from my dance background, and obviously teachers constantly teaching us your arm placement goes here, your foot placement goes there, your leg lifts like this, your back moves like that. So form was key in ballet and jazz and all of that. But I also know that form is key to making sure people don't get injured, right? And there is science, lots of science behind how we train our bodies and the progression that you have to move through in order to keep seeing progress, keep making muscle gain, flexibility gain, strength gain, and not injuring yourself. So I bring all of that. There's a million different ways I can do it. So I don't necessarily have one solid component. You'll see a lot of cardio strength training weaved throughout all of my programs, which is where I use weight training to bring the heart rate up. So yes, we're lifting weights, but your heart rate's going sky high at the same time to burn more calories and building muscle, just because it's effective in a shorter period of time. So you'll see me use a lot of cardio strength training, but really the value is that it has to be scientifically based to work. I'd never try to just bring fancy moves. I could care less if somebody doesn't think that like, oh, Autumn's moves aren't that creative. I promise the way I put them together and the way I progress them is, one, always going to be safe, and two, it's always going to be effective. Those are my main priorities when I put out a program. Is it safe and is it effective? And if I've covered those two bases, I'm solid and I'm confident in what I've put out. I've had a lot of fun with 80-Day Obsession because, again, in filming 80 different workouts, it's the first time I got to really truly program the way I would program for a client if they were to walk into the gym and sign up with me and say, I want you to be my trainer. You guys will see it in the videos. There's days where I'm like, I actually wrote this, but I'm changing it to this. And my background cast just has to go with it. They're like, oh, here goes Autumn changing it up again. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is better. Trust me, we're good. Like we're changing it because sometimes in the moment I can find out a way that's better. And I'm like, I get to do that. And that's awesome. And that's fun. And I get to show you guys, like I was actually talking about it in an interview yesterday. They were asking me, we had just done a move, which is called a half Turkish get up into a push up. Okay. Well, we're in phase 3 and it was day 61. And and they're like, oh, you half Turkish get up to push up? Like, how did you end up there? And I said, well, the cool thing is in programming, I've introduced all 3 of those moves to the cast in phase 1 and 2. They might not even realize what I was doing, but I was setting it up. And when I wrote the program, it's not like I just randomly put moves like, oh, this will be fun. It was like, no, we started at point A, we worked to point B, and now we're at point C. So it's like, yeah, in phase 1, we learned half Turkish get-ups. We also worked on push-ups. We also worked on glute bridges. Well, now I'm putting them all together in this one move to be more effective and challenge you more. So things like that are just really important to me, to show people the real science behind training and how to do it effectively and safely.
I think that, and it's very true, it comes, well, Kevin and I are both strength and conditioning coaches, so it really does come through in the program. You can certainly vouch for that, and it's tough. It is tough, and I think that certainly the advice that you gave earlier on about just introducing a lot of the programs in the run-up to January is going to be key for the guys here in the UK. So absolutely thank you for that, and thank you so much for your time. Have we got any other questions before we ask Scotland for a quick photo, perhaps?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that would be so good. Right, I'll fix my hair.
Back. We all just, well, we do, you guys know we do doubles on Friday. So we filmed 2 workouts today so that we could have Saturday and Sunday off. So I'm actually sitting in my dressing room talking to you guys.
Oh, so we'll get you to come. We'll just get a quick, I think we've got 2 screens.
Uh-huh. You get it?
That's it. We got it. I just got it. That's awesome.
You guys, I'm so excited for you. One, thank you for having me on. But seriously, I'm so excited. Just embrace the opportunity. Don't stress yourself out about it. It's going to be a work in progress, but just have fun with it. Like, welcome to the Beachbody family in a new way. I'm super excited that we get to have you guys now as coaches too. So that means summits and new leadership conferences and super Saturdays. So hopefully I'll be making a lot of trips over there, and you guys will be coming this way. And get ready for 80-Day Obsession is coming, and hopefully it's a really great way for you guys to start as new coaches. This is it. Like, you guys have the chance to just be like our founding coaches here in the US. They just got this whole big team below them. That is you guys. You are the founding coaches. Oh, and one more thing, because Carl did ask me to tell you guys this. On the day of launch, what day do we launch on? What's the exact day?
The 19th of October.
Okay. He said to tell you guys, he will be up at 2 in the morning, I guess, in his home office, live online, announcing who the coaches are that are signing up. So he'll be like announcing founding coaches, like so-and-so just signed up under team blah, blah, blah. So-and-so just signed up under. So I guess he's going to be doing that for like the first 2 hours. So if you are one of the first coaches that signs up in the first couple of hours, he'll be on there announcing it sort of to everybody that you are one of our new coaches and one of our new founding coaches in the UK. So that's pretty fun.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thumbs up for that, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, Autumn, like, I'm taken away with just for you coming on and just giving us your time. I think that we're all absolutely delighted and a bit taken back like myself. So thank you so much.
My pleasure, you guys. Keep it up. I think it's nighttime there, so go get some rest, and we'll all talk soon. And hopefully I'll get to come visit you guys soon too.
We'll definitely put in a word. We need you here.
That's right. All right. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Are we going to do the announcement?
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for that. That was so cool. Did you enjoy that? Did you all do? I think she's gone now.
Yes, should we?
Did you enjoy that? You can unmute if you want. Just talk now. She's gone.
Where's Tom?
Where's Tom?
There's Tom.
Where's Tom? He's not going to announce. He's not announcing just now.
Is he not?
So, like, that was so cool. Like, I was actually, like, quite nervous.
Wetting herself.
I was like, oh, very excited.
All afternoon.
I was very excited. It wasn't all afternoon, just tonight. And it was so good. I was just so inspired by her. I just think, because I think just I spent the last 61 days being, like, getting hammered by her. I'm just like, nobody's ever done that before. So it's just been super cool. And it's been great to have so many people on the call as well. So thank you so much. I think is Tom here? Still here? He's gone.
He's there.
I was like, I don't know. there. So we're not gonna. We have got like another special guest next week, but we're not going to tell you because it's going to be Tom's bag. But we do have another. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not good at keeping secrets, but it's not my secret to keep.
Yeah, but
so I won't say anything.
She's probably posted it in the
I've
sun
not
or
told
something.
anyone.
Diana's really good at keeping secrets on Sky News.
We've not told anyone. But you'll all be invited. So even the guys from other teams and stuff, and obviously we've got Caroline and stuff on the Mickey. So you can
Tom,
you can
do like a treasure hunt idea. Just like round the country, leave hints.
Well,
And
what we'll do is we'll put it on, if you put it on your
Megan will travel.
Put it on your Instagram.
I will.
Put it on your Instagram, and we'll follow your Instagram. And if you put up little clues from now for the next 7 days.
Yeah, like Sherlock Holmes style.
Tell us what your Instagram is. Go for it. I've unmuted you.
Oh, sorry. It's Flexercise Fitness. Sorry. Yeah.
Go for it.
Flexercise Fitness.
Flexercise Fitness. So if you follow Tom on Instagram at Flexercise Fitness, he'll give you some clues. He's like, how can I do this? So next week, but like, did you enjoy it?
It's really good. Yeah, really, really good.
That's actually amazing.
It's so weird speaking to people that you've been like watching on the TV for years. Like it's so odd.
I know. I was like, I'm not usually like at a loss to say that. I was like, whoa, like she's there. She was on there, and then there was a message from Carol, and I'm like, oh wow. Actually, we should stop recording. Like, stop recording.
Yeah,